Hey guys, this is Rajat. Today we are going to solve the two-sum problem on Leetcode, which is an easy level problem, and it's got over 14,000 likes, pretty huge. So we're going to solve in Java. So let's get going. So the problem is, given an array of integers, return indices of the two numbers such that they add up to a specific target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. So the input I have already written here, as you can see on the screen in the iPad. So now let's think of the problem first of all as how we can approach it, right? So I would advise you to solve any problem first of all thinking over how your brain solves this first. So just elaborate that part. So for example, like you can easily see that 2 and 7 add up to 9, right? Target. So you have your 0, 1 as an output of this problem. But how do we got to get to that, right? So that's the whole point, and then we would put into an algorithm and optimize it maybe. So for now, let's take for example that I'm just trying to gray out the 7, 11 and 15, right? So let's say that you only can see this. Put your hand over on top of 7, 11, 15. So only 2 as an element is visible here now. All we got now is 9 and 2, right? 9 is the target, 2 is the first element now. What you do is, like, if you have 9 and you know that 2 plus some number will be 9, so you can do it like 9 minus 2 equals to that number, right? 7 in that case. We still don't know that 7 is in rest of the list or not, like, because our pointer is in like on 2 right now. So we still don't know what comes next, and will 7 belong to this list or not going forward. All we can do is we can actually loop, but that won't be an optimized solution, because what we are trying to solve for here is have a constant time lookup that you can get somewhere around like in a map, hash map, something like that. So, and as and when we move forward, right? So what would you like to do? Like, let's say, okay, we are at 2 now, right? So when we move to 7 now, so the thing is that you won't know that you have like 11 or 15, right? You know that you passed 2 and now you're at 7. So now if you were at 7, right, and if I subtract 7 out of 9, it gives me 2. So to make this as a pair, I should have already known that I have seen 2 already, right? How do you do that? So you can have a cache in place, something like a hash map. So like, I'm going to write like nums I and a map, right? So let's say on the 0th index my nums I was 2. What I'm going to check is how my algorithm will look like all right, the 2 that I'm looking at right now. So I'm going to subtract, so this is my pointer here. I'm going to subtract 2 from 9, the target. I'm going to check whether 7 is already in the map or not, right? So I don't see 7 anywhere, right? There's no 7 right now. So if it isn't there, what we do is we can actually put 2, which is the nums I, the index, into the map, so that next time when we get to 7, right, and we subtract it from 9, we get 9 minus 7 equals to 2, right? And then we could know that already we have 2 already. So easier when I show you, like, what we're going to keep here is that because we didn't find 7 in the map or as a key, so what we're going to do is, like, we'll to keep 2 as the key and value as the index, right? This is a map, let's say. Iteration 1, right? Let's move our pointer to this one now. Okay, the pointer is on 7. This is 7. So now I'm going to check where 9 minus 7, which is 2, right? So is 2 inside the map? And that's true, right? The map contains 2. What I'm going to do is I'm going to return. So now it means that if it is already there, that I found a pair. When I found a pair, you could see that that I'm already on an index, right? So when I have something in a map, that means that I've already seen that. So what I'm going to treat is as a friend. So 0 here as the first element of the return, right? And then 7 was at the first index. Here we are here, right? So I'm going to return 1. So this is your output. So let's now code it out. Okay, so I'll quickly start with int sum, an integer array, which would have size of 2, right? And hash map, as I said, that we will be needing a map integer. Okay, what do we call this? We can call it already seen, which makes a lot of sense. Right? This way we have a map now. I'm going to loop over the nums, right? So this is where I'm going to loop. So now we have things like which we discussed, the algorithm, which is very minimal. So if already seen, dot contains key. Okay, what do we want to look up for? We want something like integer, which is like remaining. We'll call it a remaining number out of, so whatever is remains after subtracting from target the current number, nums I, right? So in this case, the remaining, in the first iteration, the remaining would be 7. So what I'm trying to say is, like, if my map has a key as 7, which I won't have, so what I'm going to do is like already seen, right? Because target minus nums I, which is the first index, is like 2. So 9 minus 2 is 7 as a remaining. Remaining is not there. What I'm going to do is like I'm going to write it afterward, but all right, already seen dot simple put nums I. All right, I'm putting in 2 and the index. So now as soon as I see it, right, what do you want here? So you would want your first index of the return array to be the index of the first item, like, so you would already have it in the already seen if it's there, right? What you don't do is like already seen dot get remaining, right? So this would give me the key because I'm already storing that, so I'll get it. Now 1 equals to, so this condition will be true when our index approaches I is equal to 1 or the number 7. So now this is just I, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to return the ret. Sorry, that's it. Yeah, I already ran it, so you can see that because there was a problem that I didn't actually record anything. I didn't plug in my mic and I was speaking, so I ran it, and now I'm already redoing it so that I have my audio in. So sorry for that, guys. Running the code again. Oh, it works. Submitting it. Yeah, the last time I submitted, actually I didn't even recognize that I didn't have my mic plugged in, so when I replayed my video, I didn't hear anything, and that was a disaster. I am redoing it. Sorry for that, guys. So all right, you see that it's a pretty simple code, and basically we already discussed that on the iPad, how easy it is. So we are just making sure that we use our brain algorithm first, which the term I found in cracking the coding interview, and like hiding the rest of the list and all, so that you can only see what you need to actually play around with. So thank you for watching this video. Yeah.